things, again, are looking pretty grim for FlithyRich at the moment. He's got another squad of Celestians moving in to flank from behind. Hopefully they'll be able to take out those Reaver jet bikes. That would definitely give him a much better shot of resisting this attack. Now, if that plasma generator there gets destroyed, that will actually allow his Rhino transports to move out and attack here. Meanwhile, his Celestial squads have moved in to attack. They got stuck in and did take out the Archon, so that'll be a good win. They are taking out a couple of the Reaver jet bikes. All the Reaver jet bikes are now down, but most of his troops are now down also. This is now going to come down to his Rhino transport against the Warrior squads and whatever he can build here. He is actually teching up to Tier 3. Very interesting choice. That was a lot of requisition to do that in a time where he could have been spending out to build up the troops. He is building an immolator tank now, however, and that will definitely allow him to push back this attack. Pure warriors like this are not going to be able to handle that immolator tank. The generally massed infantry do stand a chance against a vehicle like that, but in this case the immolator actually has an area effect weapon and will actually do very well against massed troops like this. So once that comes out, we're going to see these warriors either killed outright or forced to fall back. Meanwhile, we do see the Rhino transport continuing to whittle away at them anyway. Again, they're not causing a whole lot of damage to it, partly because they're focusing some firepower on the Ecclesiarchal Chapel. And there the immolator tank is out, and we're going to see those warrior squads start falling very quickly. Let's see, doesn't look like he can necessarily get through directly on this side. He might be able to here. Let's see if he does. At minimum, he can pull up into that spot and fire into it, which is, again, going to take out a lot of those groups. Meanwhile, another Celestian squad does come out, so FlithyRich is going to push back and stop this assault. And now that he's up to Tier 3, he does stand a bit of a chance to try to come back against the production capability of the Dark Eldar, but they do have some, again, some pretty significant production. They've got the buildings and tech they need to build several very nice units. They do still have their Dark Foundry, which they managed to hold on to. If FlithyRich had been able to wipe that out, that would have actually significantly helped them in this game, as that would have taken away their ability to make any vehicles, because again, they are out. All of their tortured slaves have been killed. They cannot build any more buildings. Every listening post that FlithyRich takes out is permanently gone. Again, if that Dark Foundry had been gone, they could not have rebuilt it. They would not be able to make any more Reaver jet bikes, and would be down to only their infantry against Rich's vehicles and infantry. So FlithyRich here definitely lost a bit of a strategic advantage by not finishing off that building. Meanwhile, he is fighting couples. Let's see, looks like just a single squad of witches as well as Reaver jet bike here. Again, let's see, with that plasma generator gone, his Rhino transports are freed up to move out now. He is still a bit tight on resources, especially energy, now that he has lost his power generators. So he has upgraded his immolator with its multi-melta. That is going to allow it to very quickly and easily destroy Reaver jet bikes, but significantly decrease its effectiveness against these infantry. So not necessarily the best choice here, actually, but, well, actually with those Hellions moving in, it's going to cause some pretty hefty damage against them pretty quickly here. So that's certainly good, but I do question the wisdom of upgrading to that when the majority of his opponents are likely going to be infantry at this point. Got some more warrior squads moving out. The Dark Eldar are trying to fortify some of their positions. They're grabbing some more points. They do at the moment have both critical locations, so they do have the take and hold victory counting down. This should be an easy reclaim for FlithyRich. He easily has the forces needed to push forward and retake one of those points. But we've seen a couple times where players get a bit intimidated by what the computer's doing and will hold back. That said, we do seem to see the Rhino transport moving forward. It does have 2 squads of Battle Sisters in it. Now the Rhino transports are not like the Chimeras of the Imperial Guard. They do have to unload their units. So we see that he has done that, and those Celestians are going to very quickly tear through those warrior squads. Again, General Battle Sisters are not the best squads, but the Celestian squads are a very powerful and robust infantry squad. If you're out on the battlefield, you can note them again from their halo and the emblems on their cloaks. The normal Battle Sister squads do not have either of those. So if you're playing against them and you see these squads move again, take notice. You need to be careful about that. Now we do still have that take and hold victory counting down. FlithyRich is grabbing another point in the center of the map, but he's not gone after one of the critical locations to reset that take and hold victory yet. Meanwhile, the Dark Eldar Archon is continued to kind of AI glitch out on the side of the base over here, just running back and forth, not doing anything at the moment. We'll see if he gets back in the battle later, but most likely will. Meanwhile, you can see again from the bodies throughout this map the amount of battles and firepower that have been unleashed. It's quite a lot of battlefields across the map. And now we do see FlithyRich taking down that critical location. That will reset the take and hold victory and give him a shot at coming back from this again. Once more, his general forces are strong enough to push back and cause significant damage. And again, it is a battle of attrition at this point. The Dark Eldar cannot rebuild anything. Every building that Rich takes down is permanently gone at this point. But of course, he likely does not realize that, so he is playing it a bit safe, not overextending himself. But again, just from a watching standpoint, we do know that this is going to steadily turn in FlithyRich's favor. So we've got an LP being rebuilt here. Got a couple more. He's got a couple of plasma generators back down to continue his energy production, which will allow his vehicle production to continue. Now, it is important to note also that, again, FlithyRich is Tier 3 at this point. He can build some of his stronger units. Once he gets his relic back, he could even potentially build his relic unit. So he has now captured the first critical location. He's in a pretty good position to grab the second one at this point also, which could start the countdown to allow for a take and hold victory for FlithyRich, in fact. Let's see, just checking the production buildings. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 production buildings remain for the Dark Eldar, so that's 4 buildings that FlithyRich needs to destroy in order to claim the Annihilate victory. That said, we do see that the elapsed time is up to almost 40 minutes now, so this is proving to be one of the longer matches out of all of the qualifiers. Of course, Karyanka's over an hour-long one in the second qualifiers, likely going to hold the record for that, but this definitely proven to be one of the longer ones in a series where we've typically seen 15 to 20-minute matches out of the contestants.
Praised be the Emperor for giving us this point.
The Dark Eldar are somewhat revealing their position up here by moving those troops forward. We'll have to see if FlithyRich decides to push on that. It doesn't look like he is. He's going to pull his troops back here, not even bothering to actually finish off that one last warrior there. So the Immolator is going to finish him off. So they're going to focus on taking these points back, taking away the requisition that the Dark Eldar are using to try to combat him. Certainly not a bad call. He's got them whittled down to 83 requisition now. And again, they cannot improve that. They have no builders, so they cannot regain any lost requisition. We do see the Shrine of the Living Saint going down, so we might actually see the relic unit of the Sisters of Battle come out of this. It's, that'll be the second time in the qualifiers if this does happen, with of course the first time being the Dais of Destruction built by Karyanka in her second qualifier. We may indeed see the Living Saint come out in this match. Meanwhile, the Battle Sisters in the center have finished securing the rest of the center points, so they have all of those. Let's see, looks like they're probably going to be moving out to grab the second critical location here.
Many wars have we served the Emperor.
So the Shrine of the Living Saint is now complete. We shall see if Rich actually builds it. There's not really any point to building the shrine if you're not going to, but we've also seen a couple players just building buildings to try them out because they're not familiar with the race and they're just kind of tossing some buildings down. So we shall see if he actually goes for that. Of course, he will need to actually take that relic before he can do that. So
I am come with the Emperor's creed.
we shall have to wait and see if that happens. Meanwhile, we do have a bit of a firefight going on here. Those Reaver jet bikes are going to cause some pretty heavy damage to those Celestian squads. But if they can upgrade... Okay, we do have a squad with an upgraded melta gun coming in to help take down those Reaver jet bikes. Additional Celestian squads moving in. Looks like FlithyRich has moved over mostly to using Celestian squads as his combat troops, so they are going to be a very strong combative force. Meanwhile, FlithyRich is attempting to take the second critical location, taking some firepower, but the Rhino transport is going to fend them off and defeat them. Got some additional squads moving up here. Looks like they may be taking on that Hall of Blood, so that is going, if they can take that down again, that is going to permanently reduce the production capability by one of only 3 Halls of Blood that they have. So yep, steadily taking away the health there. The second critical location has been grabbed, so that does start the take and hold victory. This does put things significantly further in the odds of FlithyRich winning this match. As at this point, all he really has to do is keep mopping up the infantry as they try to come out and prevent them from taking that point. That said, he does still have only a handful of production buildings remaining that he needs to take out. Let's hop over to the Dark Eldar and see how they're doing. They're down to only 67 requisition and only 5 energy production, so they're still technically ahead in requisition, but their energy production is very low, and again, they cannot build any more plasma generators. So their main strength at the moment is their ability to make these Reaver jet bikes, and they cost enough that they're not going to be able to keep up with that. FlithyRich continues to push forward. There are only 3 production buildings remaining, the 2 Halls of Blood and the Dark Foundry. As long as he continues to push forward here, this should be an easy win. He did actually lose that critical location momentarily, so that did reset his take and hold victory. He has gotten it reset now, so it's going once again. However, there's a pretty strong chance of a annihilate victory at this point within the next 7 minutes. His forces continue to move forward over here. Let's see, if they focus firepower on it, they should be able to take down that Tower of Loathing pretty quickly. But that Tower of Loathing could potentially upgrade with a Dark Lance and take out that Rhino transport. It is whittling it down pretty steadily at the moment, especially with those Celestian squads not focusing on it. Bit of an odd choice here. These Celestian squads don't want to lose that Rhino transport. It provides some good firepower and taking ability. And indeed, taking out that point would further hamper the requisition capabilities of the remaining Dark Eldar forces.
6 minutes until taking hold victory.
So we do see the Rhino transport has been taken down there by the Tower of Loathing. FlithyRich is now focusing firepower on the Tower of Loathing to finish it off. That will definitely help him significantly. Meanwhile, he has now grabbed that relic point, and he could potentially start researching his Living Saint now. We'll see if he actually does that. Meanwhile, his Celestian squad is taking out this other Tower of Loathing. The Dark Eldar are down to only 41 requisition gain now, so they are behind on the resource race. They're losing in all aspects of this match. FlithyRich is on a strong push to win this match at this point. Another Tower of Loathing falls.
5 minutes until
Now we see the focus coming into that Hall of Blood. That is going to take out the last infantry production building for the Dark Eldar, meaning they also will not be able to get their Archon back. All they can build at this point are vehicles, and as a reminder, they only have 5 energy gain at the moment, so their production is seriously hampered at this point. The only thing they can build are vehicles, which, again, takes significant amounts of energy. The Dark Eldar really have no way to come back from it at this point. They cannot actually decap any points anymore, so this is a finished match. They are out of infantry. They have literally no way to come back from this. This is either going to be a countdown to the 4-minute take-hold victory, or this will be a annihilate victory as soon as FlithyRich takes out that Dark Foundry.
Victory.
Oh, I stand corrected. The Hellions can actually decap points, so the Dark Eldar could actually use those Hellions to jump over that point and take it back. That said, it is still a losing battle at this point. They cannot build vehicles fast enough to fight against the forces that FlithyRich can produce. And the Living Saint has been completed. Don't know if FlithyRich has noticed it or not, but we do see a relic unit out on the battlefield for the second time during these qualifiers. FlithyRich has noticed it and is moving it out now. We'll see if it actually has a chance to get into battle. His forces may, in fact, take out that Dark Foundry before the Living Saint can over there. He does also have his Penitent engine out. The Penitent engine, one of the stronger Dreadnought class vehicles in the game. Very strong anti-infantry capabilities, and we are going to see it tear apart this building reasonably quickly here. We do see the Living Saint has flown over, is going to take out that jet bike pretty quickly. Is likely going to join the Penitent engine down on the Dark Foundry there. And so we will see the end of this match with a Penitent engine and a Living Saint taking out the Dark Foundry of the Dark Eldar. So this brings to close the qualifiers of the Hyperkinetic Dawn of War Double Elimination Seeded Random Race Tournament. Congratulations to Rich on his win. This was an Annihilate victory. Congratulations once again. Very good showing. Thank you for showing us another relic unit in these qualifiers. We look forward to seeing everybody in the wrap-up of all of the qualifiers.